seriously.
Oh, so good. Peta-Gai, congratulations. Oh my God.
It's so exciting. Seriously, getting an injection of $5,000 in your business, particularly like the day that you told me and rang me, was the day I diagnosed positive for COVID. So
Stop. Oh,
it was like, are you serious? Like this shit thing, and then
yeah.
this amazing thing. Oh my God. So yeah, like it just came at the most perfect time because I had to take 2 weeks off and not work. So,
Oh my God.
so I was like, well, that's just going to help with cash flow, and then
Yep.
I'll build it back up again.
That is so good. I love it. I must admit, the reaction when I called you, I'm so mad that I didn't record it because I like started crying because you and your client were just dying. And I was like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. And I didn't even win.
Oh my God, it was so cute that it was her, that Sarah was in my on my makeup table, my beauty table. I was doing her brows. Her wedding's coming up in 2 weeks, and
Aw.
she has been a client of mine for like 15 years, and she's been this massive supporter. And she was one of the very OGs where, back in the day when I was building the brand and I was going out and saying yes to everything. And it was this group of mums of kids with special needs, which is what it was called back then. And they were like having a day out, right? Like it was like something organized by one of their groups. And they were all just sitting there, like, and having been a mother later in life, like, I so get it. They were just like this. And Sarah was in the front row. She was just like, and like so engaged with everything I was teaching about makeup. And like back then you just say yes about everything, and but she was gold to get out of this amazing it was such a fun group, but they were all just brain dead and had no energy to give to anyone else. And when you're presenting to a room and it is just flat, and
Yes.
like I was like, this is going to be a long 3 hours. And then I see this little beacon of light with Sarah, and she was so engaged and loving it. She's so into makeup, and that was it. Our friendship was formed in that moment. She has come to everything you can come to at Iridis, and she
Aw.
spruiks us, and now she's going to be one of my brides, and it is just so awesome. So it was her on the table while I'm doing her brows, and I would never answer a call while I had a client. And this has happened with Sarah twice. She's got spidey senses,
I
and she
love this.
said, PG, you have got to answer that call. I'm like, are you serious? She goes, answer it. And it was like right on the last ring. And oh my God, I'm so glad I did, because she's crying, I'm crying. Oh my God, I'm yelling up the stairs to my studio manager. I'm
It was
pretty
the
excited.
best. I'm not gonna lie. I was so happy.
Me too. Oh my God. And let me tell you the filming process of that, because I'm kind of a last minute girl, ADHD. So give me a deadline. I'm on it.
Mhm.
So it was like pretty much 5 o'clock. Well, we started filming at about 4. I'd finished writing my grant application and the audio, like all of that script. And it's like 4 minutes worth of content that I crammed into 2 minutes by talking very fast. You know that, right? And then she's holding the iPad plus, which has got the teleprompter on it, plus my phone like this. And I had to do like 4 takes because it wasn't under 2 minutes. She's
Oh
like,
my
you've
God.
got to talk faster. My arms are gonna fall off. And so it was harrowing to film that.
Oh
And
my God.
then I uploaded it to YouTube, and it went so fast. I don't know how, but it did. And 5 o'clock, and then I've like, well, not even, like it was 10 to, and then I could hit submit. But then you guys said, oh, the video isn't linked. You didn't link your YouTube. I'm like, the bloody thing, like. So it was so good that you'd given me another chance to like send you the link, but you could see that I'd uploaded that at the right time and everything. So I was like, oh my God, if I don't win this bloody thing.
Oh my God. What a stressful experience. Bloody hell.
So how did the process go? It was like that.
Oh my God. That is so good. That is so good. And now, before we get into that, I want to talk more about the process, but who are you and what do you do? We haven't even told people about your business yet.
Yeah, hi. So I'm Peta-Gai McLaughlin. You can call me PG because parental guidance is really recommended. Um,
Perfect. Perfect.
we've had a few chats,
Yeah.
and I'm the founder and CEO of Iridis Cosmetics. And
So
I do all things beautiful. I do people's hair, I do their makeup. We teach makeup. We have our own beautiful product line, and we teach it at our glamtorials, as we call them, trademark, of course. And we also have an amazing business with trans women, teaching them how to do their makeup and also how to step into the feminine. I also, because overachiever, have a makeup artistry e-course that I teach people who want to be a makeup artist. And I also do beauty services, facials, eyebrows, lash lifts, speaking events, because obviously, and pretty much anything to do with makeup, I'll say yes to, because there's always amazing opportunities everywhere. So anything and everything makeup and beauty.
Wow, I love it so much. That is so good. So back to that experience. What made you apply for the grant in the first place?
I'd seen it around, like this was, I think, the second round of it. And I was going to apply for the first one, but the deadline got away from me. And I was like, oh, okay, not meant to be. And then the second time I was like, this is it. I am going to win this bloody your business concept. It's so smart. And I just think it's so amazing to bring women together and give that mentoring and give that assistance. But it's so epic to have us join up, get all the benefits of your, mentoring and coaching and the support. Because how lonely is it in business? Like, we are just floundering on our own 90% of the time. It's like, I need to help. And then I thought, also, if I can win this grant, like, what an awesome opportunity to just, build up the business a bit. So for me, it was a no-brainer. One, I got access to a whole bunch of like-minded women like myself. We're all in the same boat and we can help each other and learn from each other. And I, it's been ages since I've been a part of, like a big organization like that. And then, applying for the grant, I was like, look, I need bloody marketing. Like, this is like, it was so clear to me what I needed to spend that money on. And so, I was like, this is it. This is for me.
That is so good. And that's exactly what the judge said about your application. They were like, you were so clear on how you were going to spend the grant money and so clear on the impact it was going to have on your business. And also just like the impact it was going to have on you as a business owner. And she was like, nah, as soon as I read that, I was like, this woman knows exactly what she's doing. That's who's getting the grant money.
Oh my God, I could kiss her.
Yes.
It's so clear to me what we need in the business. We've been doing Iridis now. We started it 15 years ago. 2009, I created, the proprietary limited company, and we've been operational, for good 10 years now, and had our makeup studio where I'm sitting now. We've got this beautiful workshop space, and downstairs is a warehouse with all our products. And, we've been here 8 years now, and I've been working in it full time for 8 years, and it's really just at that tipping point, and you can feel it. People are recommending me now without me doing any advertising, and, the clients are coming to us. I'm not hustling as much, obviously you still hustle, but we get so many referrals, and it really is this point at which, this famous tipping point is ready. But the only thing that is missing, like, we've got great services, amazing staff, and the products are really high end and beautiful, but not enough people know about us. So, word of mouth only gets you so far, and it's gotten us like really far. Like, oh my God, where we are in Melbourne, we're in the inner west, and they are loyal as anything, and they all refer the crap out of me in all the mums groups. And it is just epic. But just that bit of getting more people to talk to, let everyone know who we are, why we're different. And, we're not just another makeup brand. This is a makeup brand that is going to raise your vibration. It's going to make you feel so incredible about yourself. It's not just about the makeup. It's really about confidence and remembering that thing that makes us amazing about ourselves. And we've forgotten it as mums and as busy people doing lots of juggling acts. We've forgotten how absolutely goddamn epic we are. And so at a Glamtorial, I take people through that journey of remembering that they're just freaking awesome, and that they need to have that confidence in themselves, that belief in themselves. And for me, makeup gives that little bit of polish to us that makes us then go, yeah, okay, shoulders back, tits out. Yeah, maybe I can
got
change the
this.
world today. Yeah,
Yes.
right. I love that about makeup. So we teach confidence, really. And God, how many more women need that, right? Let's build us all
Literally
up.
everyone I speak to every day.
Yes,
Yeah, and
exactly.
I do love that because you're so right. I mean, in the early days of business, you've got to hustle. But there comes a time where hustle like kind of ends and you do need a bit of a cash injection to go, right, I'm really going to start scaling things and leveling things up in my business. So I love that.
Yeah, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity, Danny. Like, just everything about what you've created is so amazing. Like, and just to give this opportunity to business women, everyone should apply. This is get in and don't be worrying about the vote, right? Because I was always like, oh my God, we haven't got, and the leaderboards were coming through, and I was like, we haven't got enough, and I'm not going to beat a school. I don't want to beat a school. I want to beat a school. And then I was like, no, it's a music school. I mean, everyone needs that. So, and looking at them, they're such a deserving win. So then when we got the judge's choice, I was like, oh, excellent.
Yes, that is so good. And that's the great thing too. So in round one, we only had the community vote. And
Yes.
that was kind of the biggest thing. It was like, everyone's at like different stages of their business and not everyone in business has massive communities. So
Yes. Yeah.
bringing in the judges vote was such a good way to go, you know what, put your best foot forward and then don't worry about it and see what happens.
That was exactly where I went with that. Because like, if we get the 10, awesome. If we get the 5, awesome, and the irony is that had I actually had my email list up and running, which has like, I don't know, 8,000 people, 10,000 people on it.
Yeah.
Had I actually had that email list up and running, which I want to use the money to get that happening,
Yes.
I would have had, the votes for the 10. So it's like, the irony that I'm not marketing
Oh
properly.
my God. Well, hopefully this is the kick up the bum that you
It is.
need to get
It's
your
like,
marketing
yes.
shit in order.
This is exactly what it is. It's the total kick up the bum. And look at all the accountability. Like, I can't stuff this up.
So you
I
have
have
me
to do
now.
this.
Be on your case. I'll just wander in with a glass of champagne and say, what are you doing?
I love it. I love it.
Oh, that is so good. Would you have any tips for anybody that is thinking about applying?
Essentially really read the criteria because, there were a few questions that were a bit similar in that they were like, how would this change your business? And then, what would you do with this money? So they're pretty similar, right? I must say, all my legal training came in so handy with this. Like, being a lawyer has been very helpful in business. Although I'm really glad I'm no longer a lawyer, let me tell you. But really break down what those questions are asking and then specifically address that. We've applied for a couple of grants and, we've been quite successful. We've got a really big one from the Vic government in 2020, which was the LGBT revitalisation fund that they did. And to get that, you either needed to work in the LGBT space or be LGBT. So we hit both elements. My wife and I run Iridis together, and Iridis is Latin for rainbow. It is our rainbow company.
Oh, cool.
It's quite cute, really, and also like a little nod to my lawyer days of having the Latin. So looking at that, like it was so much, and we were really clear. It was our trans 2-day course that we wanted to turn into an e-course, and that was what we wanted to do with that money. And there was like we put in a lot of altruistic kind of things too, so like a scholarship program, regional centers, like those sort of things that are very in at the moment because these are the people that need the extra help with accessing things. And so, really thinking bigger picture with your business and really addressing those criteria. Like, I kind of and ahed about this with the application with you guys, whether I talked about wanting more time with my boy. He's just turned 5, just started school this year. And, there was a question that was like, a bit around, how would it change your life? And I and ahed about it. And I thought, you know what? No, we're all women in business. A lot of us are mums as well. And I thought this actually is important to me because if I can get a bit of scale in my business, if I'm not constantly having to hustle for that next client and that next glam tutorial, get 8 people to come along, all that, that's time that with my boy, and it's so precious. Like, this is such a special time now. So I was like, yeah, look, bugger it. I'm gonna say that will change me. And then also there was an element about doing good, like with the money. And for us, we can then engage this 18-year-old who does a whole bunch of socials for us. And she was a formal client of mine. She came in for a year 11, 12 formal. And as I was doing all the hair and makeup, she kept videoing every little segment. And then she goes to me, look, sorry, I just need to film a transition. And I'm like, a transition? Yeah, okay, yeah,
These kids these
totally,
days.
totally. I was like, whatever the hell. So
Yeah.
then while I'm doing her hair, I'm watching over her shoulder and she's building a reel, and that her transition was amazing. And like, I'm like laughing. I'm like over her shoulder. I'm like, hey, do you want a job? And she turns around going, yes, yes. And she's about
Oh,
to
wow.
study like marketing and business at uni. She's embarking on that this year. And I was like, you actually literally can help if you can do a reel like like, come and do it with
Yes.
me. So like, I just gave her a whole bunch of content and she's run with it. And but the stopping point is that like, it costs money. So we're going to be helping her with getting her skills and going. And I mean, that's what women in business do. We all help each other. And I love that. It's one of the best things about being a woman in business.
So good. So good. You are absolutely incredible. Congratulations again. And thank you so much for sharing your story and your wisdom and passing the baton to the next Spark Grant winner.
Oh my God. Well, look, thank you just so much for doing it. And thank you for the judges to choose me. Like, it's so humbling. And, we are going to kill it with some AdWords, Facebook ads, Instagram ads. I'm going to even get myself on TikTok
Yes.
and just raise our profile so more people know the magic that we offer to the world. So thank you for giving us this. It will be exponential for us, because I know that growth and that return on investment, we'll just reinvest it back in to marketing and finally spending some dollars on marketing and advertising. Thank you so much, Danielle. You're an inspiration to all of us, and I'm so grateful.